What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the LTQ Wrestling Podcast. The June 5th episode of SmackDown is wrapped up. And all in all, not a bad show. Had some good stuff. They're doing King and Queen of the Ring. We just got done with Clash in Italy. We had the fallout from the Cody and Gunther. And all in all, not the worst SmackDown. I mean, the last few weeks have really been pretty brutal in terms of just getting through the shows. There's still 3 hours till July. I'm joined today by QJ123B. QJ, how we doing and how we like tonight's SmackDown, or today's SmackDown, I should say.
Pretty good. Wasn't bad today. So better than last 2 weeks we watched.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the last few weeks have been pretty brutal. The show kicks off obviously with Gunther. He's out there angry. He's tearing up stuff. He gets on the announce table. He's going on a rant about how he's one of the best professional wrestlers in the world. He's got the best ring awareness. He got screwed. Cody cheated, and then Cody comes out and he says, you're right. But instead of sitting here talking, why don't we have a match here tonight?" And then Sami Zayn comes out. He's talking about how he's been ignored, how both these guys have screwed him. He knows what Gunther's going through about being screwed out of world titles. And then Gunther pretty much says to him, like, we're talking about the world title here. Why don't you stay out of it? You don't know what that's about and all that. And Sammy's like, you know what? I've never won the world title, but I have beat you for a title. And then him and Cody get into it. They trade jabs back and forth. And they end up getting to a brawl. And pretty much Cody ends up doing a suicide dive, hits Sammy with it. And Sammy walks by him afterwards, really pissed off. And that is pretty much all there is to this segment. I mean, they pretty much are setting up Gunther against Cody 2 weeks from now. Next week, they're going to reveal the stipulation for it. I'm curious how that match is going to go. I really hope it's better than their Clash in Italy match. I did not call it Clash in Paris this time. I get in the habit of calling it Clash in Paris for whatever reason that may be. So, QJ, what do you think of this segment? And are you looking forward to Gunther and Cody having a rematch in 2 weeks?
Yeah, the segment was pretty good, intense. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rematch. They got to make up for that clash in Italy. 11 minutes, pretty ridiculous in the championship match. First match to kick off. Remember the first and last match will always be, on you be on your feet. But yeah. So when they have their next match, it needs to, you know, come to an end. And Sammy's saying he could pop in after whoever the winner is. And we need to have a stipulation on this match. Whatever it is, false count anywhere. I don't want nothing going wrong because this should be it for Cody and Gunther, so we can move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I hope this feud doesn't drag on until SummerSlam. It doesn't really feel like that's going to be the case. Sammy being involved makes me wonder if he's either going to be added to it. Maybe that's something that happens next week. Maybe Sammy comes out and says, "No, no, no, I'm going to be added to this match." He's been trying to get Nick Aldis' attention backstage. He's been kind of getting ignored. And I think maybe they set up a triple threat eventually. Maybe that's the SummerSlam move. It's been rumored maybe Punk and Cody. Maybe Punk's not going to be back in time. Who knows? It's going to be interesting to see how they do this because Gunther losing again clean would be kind of dumb, in my opinion. I don't see that happening. I think this match is going to end in a DQ. If they do that, if they do add a stipulation, like QJ said, maybe a false count anywhere, a no DQ, a tables match, maybe something that doesn't involve Gunther taking a pin, maybe a steel cage. They could do something like that where Gunther doesn't actually have to take a pin to lose. I think that'd probably be the smartest option if I was booking it. But Sammy's going to get involved if he's not added to it in a triple threat. It's just going to happen. He didn't get involved in the match at Clash of Italy. He's much more involved in the story now. They'll add him to it. He'll screw over maybe both of them. He'll just attack them both and say, no, 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 you guys have been ignoring me. This match ain't going to happen. I'm being added to it, whether you like it or not. And they go from there. Oh, no, this is an intriguing feud. I'm curious what the direction is going to be going forward for it. I am interested to see how they book Gunther because I don't really know what is next for him after this feud or what's next for him after SummerSlam. They've really backed themselves into a corner, I think, with Gunther's booking, especially having him beat so many people. Now you're kind of like, okay, well, we can't put the title on him. We don't want Cody to lose. It's just like, I don't really know what his creative is going to be going forward. So that's going to be interesting to see. And, I know Cody gets a lot of, what's the word? Criticism, I guess, for his title reign. I don't think another word, but criticism. But they don't really have a lot of opponents on the SmackDown roster really ready to face Cody right now. I mean, you could say Trick, but he's United States champion, and I don't know. I mean, It's gonna be interesting. So next match we had Raquel Rodriguez against Bailey against Kiana James against JC Jane, Queen of the Ring qualifier fatal four way. I'll admit I didn't have a lot of expectations for this match. They let it go on a while. They had a pretty solid fatal four way back and forth. Everybody got their offense in. Kiana ends up getting pinned after Julia, you know, tries to help her. Kiana looks at her like, "Why'd you screw me?" Even though it was JC Jane who did it. And then Raquel hits her finisher for the win. And that's it. After the match, Julia and Kiana officially end their alliance, which is interesting. So, QJ, what were your overall thoughts on this fatal four and Raquel getting the winner?
Not a bad match. I do miss the Fatal Four Way. Hopefully this Queen of the Ring, King of the Ring means something. And we need to see more Fatal Four Way matches, just different match types in general. Kind of get us amped up. You know what I mean? We'll be watching these SmackDown every week because just once we keep seeing the same match types, like it gets bland. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially when they just do like one on one and tag teams all the time. It's just like switch it up. And the next match, speaking of one on ones, was Royce Keys against Talatunga. And I mean, they went back and forth. I'm not going to say it wasn't a back and forth match. Royce Keys ended up getting distracted by the outside interference. Tyler Tunga hits the choke slam for the win. 1, 2, 3. They're definitely trying to develop this Royce Keys joining the MFT story. So QJ, if you're Royce Keys, do you end up joining Solo's group? They've definitely been, teasing that a lot over the last few weeks.
Yeah, I feel eventually you might as well join them. Eventually, you know what I mean? They keep giving him chances, stuff like that, and I feel like he's just gonna snap. You know what I mean? Just yeah, let me just join him.
Yeah, I can see it as well. They've definitely been teasing him for a while. Rhea Ripley does a segment next, and she's coming out there celebrating. She beat Jade, which I actually liked their match at Clash in Italy. Thought it was a pretty solid match. She talks about beating Jade. Charlotte comes out there. Charlotte's the one who helped her at Clash in Italy, and they talk about Queen of the Ring, and Charlotte's the queen, and she's gonna win Queen of the Ring and face Rhea SummerSlam. Tiffany Stratton comes out. She interrupts, talks about how she wants to hold 2 championships. And then Jade and her crew come out. They interrupt, and Jade wants to go after Rhea again. And then they set up a tag team match. Rhea is not in the match. It is Charlotte and Tiffy against Meechin and Jade, 2-on-2. And not really too much to say about this match. Tiffany does get pinned by Jade. Jade has gotten a lot of wins over Tiffany, which is interesting. And yeah, I mean, QJ, if you were booking this, who would you have Rhea face if you're the booker? Would you have her face Tiffany, Charlotte, or Jade if it was up to you?
It's a good question. Have him do a triple threat, maybe next week or whatever. Whoever wins. But no, actually, I don't want to see Jade. She had enough chances. Back of the line now. You know what I mean? Tiffany.
Because they got the Queen of the Ring tournament too, because I think they're all in the same match next week, I believe.
Right,
I
right.
think.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind seeing Tiffany. I guess Charlotte. When they
Yeah,
get it,
seems like they're going with Charlotte for sure. They've been teasing that a lot.
let them get their last run, and then I'll be it for a while.
Yeah, they've had a few matches at Mania. I wouldn't mind seeing Charlotte and Rhea have another match. I think it's SummerSlam. They usually put the big time. They seem like they're putting a lot of big time matches on this card that's going to draw people in. I think Tiffany, or not Tiffany, but Charlotte and Rhea would definitely do that. So I wouldn't be too mad at it. Next match, we had Carmelo Hayes against Ricky Sainz for the 3rd week in a row. And Ricky Sainz got the win, his first win against Melo. I thought he won one of the other matches, but he didn't. So he gets his first win with a roll up. Back and forth. I mean, these two got good chemistry. I'm not really too mad at them facing off. I think eventually they're going to have probably a triple threat with them and Trick for the United States Championship. So, QJ, any thoughts you have about Hayes and Saints for the 3rd week in a row?
Good match, but needs to be a final match. Maybe after pay per view, whatever, and let them disperse, move on to different opponents. Get their names out there a little bit more.
Yeah, it's like a good feud to kind of keep them both on TV, but hopefully it leads to something for either one of them. We had Chelsea Green against Lash Legend. quick match. Lash gets the win. Not really too much to say about that match. And then the main event, though, as Tears always likes to say, Braun Breaker against Trick Williams against Damian Priest against Dom Mysterio. Another good match. Went back and forth. A lot of good offense. Everybody was trading blows, trading haymakers. Liv was at ringside. She ended up playing into the final result. Her and JD got involved, attacked Priest. Priest fights off JD, goes for his finisher, gets low blowed by Liv. Dom hits the 619 for the win. So next week we will have Dom against Obafemi, which I'm curious how that's going to go. So, QJ, any thoughts you got about this Fatal 4-Way and Dom being the winner in this match?
Good Fatal 4-Way. Good to see it. Yeah, let's let this tournament mean something, man. Because King of the Ring was such a big deal. Yeah, good match. Went at it for a while. That's all I asked. Everybody getting you know what I mean? That's what I like about the Fatal 4-Ways. And, you know, hopefully they can have Fatal 5-Ways come back again and stuff like that. Because puts more people, on TV. And it's good to see them. We haven't seen Dom in a while. Live in a while, obviously. But she was ringside. So it was good seeing them. And yeah, everybody cooked in that match. They did what they had to do. That's all we ask. Just try to use the people you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of people WWE ain't really utilized. I mean, Dragunov ain't doing much.
Mm-hmm.
Gargano, we see him backstage doing the same thing every single week. It's just like those people could be utilized a little bit better. Get them on TV. You don't have to be on TV every week, but just make them seem like they're important on the roster. I mean, you can't have people barely be on TV and expect them to get a big reaction when they do show up on TV once a month. I mean, it's just not how it works. So, all in all, I thought this was a solid SmackDown. I didn't really think it was a fantastic show, but it wasn't like a horrible show. I mean, I didn't really have too much of an issue getting through it. I'm gonna be happy when they go back to 2 hours next month in July. Thankfully, because 3 hour shows are just
Thankfully.
too much. Yeah, it's a lot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review of SmackDown. Make sure to like and subscribe for more LTQ Wrestling podcast content. Please support as always. Peace.
Peace.